Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to J&D Homestead. It is actually a gorgeous evening here. We have gotten a slight taste of fall in the air. I think it's supposed to be gone next week, but I'm embracing it and loving it. But I thought tonight I would bring you along for our evening chores. Hello. Hello. So those girls aren't actually ready to lock up. They'll probably be the last that I lock up. But we are in that fruit fly season, and so especially with like this bowl is a lot of acidic, lovely tasting tomatoes and such. I went ahead and threw that out tonight instead of leaving it for the morning compost. So hopefully not have as many. We still have an abundance, but hopefully it will help cut down some. I don't know if you guys can see them, but there's another one over there. Put its head down though. There she is. I love watching deer cross the road. Not because I like deer crossing the road, but because they like tiptoe. It's just funny to watch the approach. All right, so one of the first things I do in the evenings is check food and water in here. These guys get the brunt of the hot day. So make sure that they've got water. Yeah. And a little bit more food. Babies. It's so dark in here. She's mad. Yeah, I don't even think you guys can see them, but they're good. They've got plenty of water and food. The big thing we do in the evenings is obviously separate out the cow. And she's not happy with me because she thought I was gonna take her to a paddock with apples. I'm not. So we're gonna get her in, or get the calf in his stall for the night, and hopefully they'll be settled in. What's your issue? Be nice. Be nice. Let's go to your stall. Come on, Delbert. Come on, dude. Let's go. Come on, buddy. No, don't be steely. Come on, buddy. Come. Come on, Delbert. No, good boy. No, don't turn. Good boy. Come on. Yep. Good boy. Good boy. Atta boy. Good job. All right, now to get her harness back on her. She, as a cow, was actually like a show cow, as a calf, I'm sorry. And so she's been trained on a lead, and you know, you can lead her and stuff. Well, we haven't done that since when we brought her on the property. I was pregnant. And the last couple of weeks, especially, it has been quite a battle to get her to do what we want and to stay where I want her to be. So I'm going to slowly start trying to retrain her to following a lead. So I put this harness on her today, and I guess in her scratching she knocked it off of her muzzle. So we're gonna get that back on her tonight and get her settled in for the night. Oh gosh. Alright, let's get her some alfalfa so we can control this head a little bit better. So she doesn't swing it around on me as much. Alright, okay, you ready? Alright, she's set. So now, this is actually where she's going to be hanging out for the night. So we'll release her, let her finish her alfalfa, and then should be good to go. Eventually, I want to switch her to just like a collar instead of the full head harness. But for now, that's what I've got. And it fits her, so we're going to use it. All right, next up, we're going to check the pigs' waters and make sure everybody has water through the night. All right, Sweet Girl's got some more water. Hopefully this weekend we'll get more mulch brought in and be able to mulch her side again. We had a couple leaks on the temporary roof that we put up, so Tim retarred that today. Hopefully we're a step closer to all of that. Now, the other last thing I need to do before it starts to get really dark is I'm gonna give the meat birds a little bit of food to tide them through the night. And the reason I do that is, hi, you got out, pretty thing. Don't you just look pretty? Anyway, I feed them at night twofold. One, they're broilers, they're feeder chickens. Technically, they can eat. Whoa, run away. She's out of the buckets and got hungry. But technically, they can eat as much as they can put away. Their whole purpose is to gain weight. But the second reason I like to make sure that they have food is it helps in the mornings. Because then they're a little fuller. They're not sprinting out to eat on DJ when he goes to feed them. Hello, I'm coming. Chill out, guys. My word. Hi, Moose. Hi, Moose. This also, I don't actually every morning hover over DJ. I want him to be responsible on his own. But this also just helps me ensure that they're getting fed enough. They're gaining weight appropriately. So I'm not super concerned about them, but you know, just helps him have responsibilities, but also still allows me to keep and make sure the animals are well fed. We'll stretch through that any. All right, so they're good on water, and then right after dark, I'll come out and lock up the hens in, hang on, that's the greenhouse. So the chicken coop right there behind those big bushes. Oh, Lance. I'll lock those girls up here in a little bit. Once they've had a little bit of time out this evening and get a little extra greens and bugs in their diet. Hey, buddy. You ready for your job tonight? You ready to keep everything safe? Huh? Who's a good dog? Mo's a good dog. All right. Oh, you ready for puppy play? I know. I don't play with you like the boys do. I'm sorry. Good boy. All right. It actually looks like most of the hens have gone in the coop for the night. Got one spying on us. duck who thinks she's a chicken. All right. You do a good job. You do a good job, okay? We'll see you in the morning with breakfast. All right, good night. I do think that one of the hardest things, I feel like I say that a lot, like that's one of the hardest things, but a hard thing for me as a homesteader is I do have a life outside of the homestead. We're heavily involved in our church and family things and stuff. And so the evening chores I find are the hardest for me, especially on nights when we're not here. On nights where we're out and then coming in late. It's really hard for me to be motivated to want to go. Tim puts the kids to bed for me, and I kiss them goodnight and get them settled, and then to come out after dark and have to do all this, it's not always fun. But in the long run, I remind myself that it's worth it. Like I enjoy this lifestyle. I enjoy getting to raise my kids this way, getting to eat the delicious food that we get to eat, having the laughter over animals and the crazy things that they do. So it's worth it in the end. But evening chores are definitely a challenge. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with me tonight as we close up the homestead for the evening. I hope you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you soon. Bye.